Do you log into other apps or websites through Facebook? Can be so risky. You may have noticed that more websites and apps are giving you the option to log in with your Facebook account. Of course, this option seems very convenient, but this method is not so safe. Do not forget that there are some risks involved. First of all, what is clear about this is that you are giving such apps and website access to your Facebook account. It may also have other risks which are not so obvious. So today we are discussing the pros and cons of logging in the other apps and websites through Facebook, based on which you will be able to decide whether to take this risk or not. What is the Facebook login and how does it work? Facebook login is a feature that allows you to log into other apps with the help of your Facebook account. When you use Facebook login, the apps ask for permission to access your public profile and email address. If you give permission, it allows you to log in without entering your username and password. Some apps may also ask for additional permissions such as friend list and posting on your behalf, but you can deny such additional permission. Benefits of Facebook login. Facebook login also has some benefits, some of which are discussed here. You are the one we have all felt. The moment you download a new app, you are in the rush to start using it, but for that you have to create a new account. But if you use Facebook login, the whole process is completed in a moment and the account is ready in the app. Of course, you want to use Facebook login on all apps and websites. It sometimes saves a lot of time. No need to remember password. If you are like most people, you probably keep different passwords to avoid tracking. Using a Facebook login means you don't have to worry about remembering a separate password. For this, you will only need to remember the Facebook password. Safer than using the same password for different accounts. Do you use the same password for different accounts? If so, you should also understand that it is not a very safe way for you. But when you use Facebook to log into other apps, your credentials are more secure because they are linked to your Facebook account. Here, for example, we can take a Facebook account with two-factor authentication enabled. Easy to connect with friends in other mediums too. When you use Facebook login for other apps, it becomes a very effective way for you to stay in touch with your friends who are using those other apps. For example, if you are playing a game that requires logging into a social network, Facebook login also allows you to know which of your friends are also playing the game. Features to backup and restore game progress. If you have changed your mobile and have to play a game from the beginning, you must have realized how annoying it is. But when you use Facebook login for games, your progress is backed up and can be restored from the old location even if you change mobile. In some cases, it is mandatory. There are also some such means where there is no option other than Facebook to log in. So when you want to use such a platform, you have no choice but to take the help of Facebook login Messenger is an example of that. Also, Oculus was another such medium, but now it requires a Meta account instead, which technically is the same thing. Disadvantages of Facebook login. Like anything else, Facebook login also has some disadvantages. Such potential risks are as follows. It is not as private as you might think. Whenever you log into a medium with your Facebook account, you are giving that app and website some of your personal information. How much of your information is shared depends on what permissions you give, but it can be too much. A risk of leaking too much information by tilting. Facebook has given users the ability to control how much information in their account is shared with other apps. But despite that, there is a possibility of sharing a lot of information easily. For example, let's say you download an app and it allowed it to access your public profile, but only later did you find out that it has access to your friends list as well. There may be a single point of failure. If your Facebook account is somehow hacked, cyber criminals get access to all the apps and websites you log in with Facebook. which can cause a lot of damage to you, especially if you use your Facebook login for sensitive accounts. Some apps may sell your data. However, Facebook has strict policies on how third-party apps can use your data, but not all apps follows this policy. In some cases, an app that requires a Facebook login may sell your data to advertisers. You also give Facebook more data about you. Privacy is one of the main reasons why some people dislike Facebook. If you are worried about Facebook having too much data about you, using a Facebook login will only add to that worry. If you somehow forget your Facebook password, all other apps and websites logged in through Facebook can also be locked. Therefore, in some cases, other methods of backups are also important to maintain access to such other accounts. To use Facebook login in other apps or not. By considering its pros and cons, you can decide whether to use Facebook login in other apps or not. Consider how important convenience and security are to you. And another thing, don't forget how much you feel comfortable sharing your data with Facebook and other companies. If you are more concerned about your privacy, then you definitely don't want to share more data than necessary with an app that uses a Facebook login. In this case, you should not use Facebook login as much as possible. But if you consider your convenience more important, you can also use Facebook login. In this case, don't forget to review the permissions that each such app takes. Facebook login convenience comes at a price. In the end, the bottom line is that Facebook login can be easier for other apps, but the price has to be paid. You have to sacrifice some of your privacy and security for the convenience of not having to remember multiple usernames and passwords. So think seriously about using Facebook login in other apps as it trades convenience with privacy and security.